I have a question and a statement. The question is, Jimmy Johnson, had he stayed, you guys were in position to win at least 2 more Super Bowls. Never won again playoff games since '96. You know, does Jerry Jones assume some culpability in letting him get away? Yeah, my statement, I'll let you answer.
Okay.
The greatest speech ever in the annals of sports history was your Hall of Fame induction speech. I cried. It was the most eloquent speech without notes that's ever been given in a football Hall of Fame. And thank you for so much. I'm a Cowboy. I lived in Dallas 25 years, so I apologize.
To God be the glory on sharing that. And I say that when someone says about the Hall of Fame speech, because it really was a revelatory gift, you know, and it's pretty interesting. And I'll come back to that. Let me answer Jerry, because I want to end with that about the Hall of Fame speech. But, you know, it's Troy and I, it's the one thing that makes it very difficult to sit down and have lunch with Troy. You know, as soon as we get through the appetizer, we're staring at each other and saying, man, we should have 6 minutes. You know, and I'm like, come on, you know, let's not sound selfish here. We have 3, you know. We got a lot of raids. Damn, we should have had 6 raids. You know, we should have won more than that. And we always say that. And we really do believe we should have, you know. There's no doubt in my mind, had I straightened up, even just myself. I say myself because I ain't always made good decisions myself. Troy and Irvin has been straight in their road. I've been no crazy wild bunch. You know what I mean? Out here doing all the crazy things. So I put it a lot on me. Man, you should have done this, you could have done this, you could have done that. And that's a tough place. It's a tough place. Which brings me to, honestly, the Hall of Fame speech and the blessing it is for me to have the opportunity to go around and speak in these settings. You know, a guy like me, I do just what you're talking about. Not only the Hall of Fames, but I talk about and think about and regret the bad decisions that I made in life. Some of the bad things that I've done in life. And I said, God Almighty, where could I have been if I hadn't done this, hadn't done that? And I'm gonna tell you something, it will run you crazy. And that's why I thank God that for the opportunity, because the only thing that gives me peace to all the bad decisions that I made, the stupid things that I made, is that God picked me back up and he says, use them to make sure other young people don't make them. Use your mistakes, your bad decisions, and go and talk, chat, and share with the young people to make sure they don't make those same bad decisions, and it gives you peace, you know. My Hall of Fame speech, as I was preparing, and I didn't know what to share, you know, because it was, people had heard bits about you, you know, read this about me, read that about you. And the Hall of Fame is really, you got, they say they give you 7, 8, 9 minutes to share. And there was so much to share, you know, and I remember being in the gym working out, and I was praying about what to share, and when God gave it to me, I was at Icon Fitness. I had took off my sneakers, got on the floor, I said, oh, this is holy ground. I started praying. And I know people won't go, what's going on with my voice? Praying in the gym like this for, you know? But I had just gotten a revelatory gift is what I called it. And then when I got out there, you know, they were talking about, they introduced all the Hall of Famers and I was last. And I sat there and I said, man, I only have 7 minutes. I can't share it all. So I'm just going to get up here and say thank you to everybody and sit my black butt down. Right? Really, I think I knew what God had given me, but I was scared to share it because I didn't know how people would receive it. You know. But then, right before me, Gene Hickerson, was Hall of Fame. When I got up, the first thing I did was pray for his family. Because right before I came up, they rolled Gene Hickerson out. And he was all-timers and Jim Brown and all of those guys had rolled him out. And I remember sitting on that stage and I'm ready to sneak out of what I told God I would share and just get up here and say thank you and sit down. But when Gene Hickerson rolled out, I heard a voice say, "Be about my business today. I'm putting you up before this is your reality." And it just freed me to share like I needed to share. And I needed to share the way I did. I needed to share with my sons that I was going to be a better father, and share with my wife and everybody that had believed in me when I came and I come up short, that I was going to be better. And I thank God for that moment. And thank you for sharing.